It's like, hey everyone, welcome to the stream. We're gonna be playing some Resident Evil. Me and my buddy Andrew, continuing on with the quest of finding out how to get not Jill. Man, I'm all mixed up with my games here. Claire out of the police station and into the sewers. Find Leon since we lost the, her brother's not here. Man, I could have thought about how to do this intro. That's all right. Whatever. Anyway, what's up, Andrew? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man? Chilling.
Man, I've been looking forward to this, honestly. Is this Resident Evil? Is this Resident really evil? Maybe. Maybe we're in a retirement home, right? It's residence of retirement. All right, hold on. Let me. So how you doing, How you doing, Jason?
One of the biggest Resident Evil channels on YouTube, if not the biggest, is called Residents of Evil. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Let's see. All right, got my chat in front of me, so we can go through this. Yeah, man. I've been looking forward to playing this. It's been a pretty good week, honestly. Other than the weird stuff at my job with the pay mishap. But I mean, we got the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards coming out Friday, which mine won't come in until Monday. It's all in her head. I'm good. Yeah, dude, I'm good, brother. I'm good. So I put some new emojis up since Di graciously, or Coda, graciously gave sorry, 20 memberships. I'm all choked up. It was very, very surprising, right? on a podcast episode that wasn't live. It was premiered. So I greatly appreciate it. But how's your week been, man? Dude, thanks, Jason. Man. Dude, okay, what's up, Edward? Yes, I did see they're making the Spaceballs sequel. Dude, that whole thing was hilarious.
Did you see just the announcement, or did you actually see Mel Brooks?
No, I saw the whole thing. Like it's the Star Wars trailer with it had all this.
No, I saw it too.
Dude, all the jokes. It's like, yeah, back when we first made this one, there was only one trilogy, the one trilogy. Then there's prequels and sequels into prequels. I'm like, oh my god, this is great. And then him at the end, man, 90, dude, he's gonna be what, 99? It's insane. All right, hold on. Let me do this. Jason, give me a second, brother. I'm gonna do something. Start trying to do this on my own, but I'll see if my moderators can do this at some point. But let's do this. I'm gonna put this here. Yes, guys. So check out those watching. Check out Great White North. Awesome friend. Loves anime. Big into sci-fi and the Final Fantasy RPGs and all that stuff. He does a lot of Super Nintendo gameplay and PlayStation, just stuff that, I love growing up as a kid or a teenager. So give him a check out. Spaceballs 2 is the search for more money. Yes, it's going to be good, man. Okay. Anyway, back to the game here. Gotta remember where we were doing. We got that key, so we could technically go around the police station more.
Well, have you gotten the cutscene with Irons yet?
Yeah, I did, with the mayor's daughter. Yeah. I'm trying to remember where I was.
Check your inventory.
Yeah, I got the diamond and the heart key, so. I appreciate that, man. You're awesome as well. No, you're breathtaking. Let's pull the Keanu Reeves here. No, man, you're welcome. You're welcome. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. It does bring a smile to my face. As Di told me, I work really hard, and I do. It's hard to graciously accept generosity from people, All right, so there's the library. Didn't I skip all these guys? I think I did. It's the one in the corner. Oh, it's upstairs. So, how's everybody? Okay, so we were talking later.
Oh man, if you got G virus, you just need to fucking admit it now.
I'm about to turn into a William Birkin. Hey man, at least maybe if I grow a fourth set of arms, you know, I could do anything, right?
I would just go be a freak in a circus.
Just go be a
all I
freak
can
in a
do.
circus. I try to be Spider-Man. He's a menace. Anyway.
Well, see, just because you got the 2 extra arms doesn't mean you have super strength, so it's not like it could be a villain or a hero.
Right? Yeah, I could be like, what's his
Let's
name?
go as Goro for Christmas, or Goro for Halloween every year.
Goro for Halloween. There you go. Well, as long as, like, my face doesn't, like, just kind of, like, mold into my chest and be like, and there's another head here. I mean, I want to at least be dominant in my mutation.
Start the reactor, Quaid.
Open your mind.
Open your
Talk about a great 80s movie.
mind.
Baby, you make me wish I had 3 hands. And the best line in the movie, though, is get your ass to Maz. Four arms could help, right? I mean, you might clutter things, right? Could you imagine being in a job where you're working IT or like computer programming and like having to like make your mind
Well, I mean, you'd have to modify all your shirts.
right? Yeah, exactly. I'd probably have to get a bigger chair,
Gonna need a bigger chair.
upgrade my bed. Because I mean, a queen isn't gonna cut it between me and my wife sleeping on it. But then you'll be looked down on. Doo-doo. Anyway, all right. So, yeah, we were talking about you're gonna start playing through Resident Evil Remake, right? Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, so with the revelation that at least one of the characters in Resident Evil 9 is a daughter of a character from Resident Evil Outbreak, Alyssa Ashcroft.
Yes.
Among other things, the one thing that really got me was the destruction slash non-destruction of Racoon City, because there's a lot of things playing in my head. So you have the ending, which we'll see again here when we beat with Claire, which I don't actually think they showed the destruction of the city in Resident Evil 2. It's pretty much just escaping. In fact, I think the final theme for the song is called The Last Escape.
Yes.
So it's really just about getting out of the city. Whereas Resident Evil 3 is the game that actually touches upon the destruction. So I don't think I have a save file around for the original Resident Evil 3. But I figure that one doesn't technically quote unquote count now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing whatever the ending to Resident Evil 3 Remake is what they're basing Resident Evil 9 off of. Now, you might say, okay, well, you've played and beaten Resident Evil 3 a bunch of times. You know why you can't remember? It's a general thing. Like, I remember, being in the helicopter with Barry, and Carlos is with you, and then the missile fly. Can't remember if it's the original. I think you actually see the missiles fly like right by you.
Yes, you
while
do.
You're
You
in
do.
the helicopter, and then they explode over the city. That's how those bombs work. They're airburst bombs. And the one thing I do know for fact, because I had to pop the DVD in, is that in Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil Apocalypse, which I absolutely hated. I don't know why I own it. I think I bought it in a double pack. I did fast forward to the ending on there. That one, they do destroy the whole city with a nuke. So I think that's kind of like where, you know, sort of the Mandela effect sets in, where you're just like, yeah, they destroyed Raccoon City with the nuke. I mean, the whole thing is gone and blah blah blah. Well, when you dig into, I guess, the details of it, what they actually used was a thermobaric device. A thermobaric bomb is a bomb that, when it explodes, it uses like it aerosolizes liquids and gases. It's like it would be, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like a typical bomb, like a neutron bomb. You know, like in Terminator, they said it, you know, tears people to shreds, but it leaves buildings standing. You know,
Yes.
your traditional nuke just wipes everything out. A thermobaric device will superheat gases and liquids and even like powdered explosives to disperse them over a wide area. Now, it does generally have a small impact crater, but it's used to spread stuff. So this was one of the devices that they were worried about initially becoming a dirty bomb, like during the height of the war on terror here in the US. They
Yes.
were worried about someone using not just a suitcase bomb, but a dirty bomb being a thermobaric device to spread stuff. So since that's canonically what they used, and I just want to make sure in the remake when I beat it, plus I can speed run it since I have some stuff unlocked. My guess is that in RE9 you're going to learn that that device, yeah, it did wipe out a chunk of the city, but not everything. And that Umbrella had used like a BOW suppression system or even just a vaccine to wipe out any of the remaining T and G infections. Now, unless somebody else knows better than me, I don't know how they would already have a cure for G virus, seeing as that it was just made, and the whole reason why everything started was because they wanted to steal G virus. They wouldn't have a vaccine for that. So I don't know how they're going to work their way around it, because that's not what was in the city. It was G virus in the city. It wasn't T. So
T.
what
It
would
was
they
T.
actually?
Yeah, it was T on the outskirts, but not in the inner city.
Right, in the mountains and all, anything that had
Yeah.
come from the Spencer estate.
Mm-hmm.
So that it'll be interesting to see how they work that around. They could just go the easy route and say, yeah, it was a flame device that burned flesh, and that's it. It left the buildings alone, or something like that. I don't know. So I'm super interested to see how they explain that in RE9. But at least until then, I just want to see again how they present it, because you know you're kind of just watching and playing the game because you know the general overall story, how it's going to play out,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. When you play the remake, you're not really looking for details. But now hindsight's 2020, given what we know from the RE9 trailer. So
Correct.
now I'm going to be looking back through much different lens
Mm-hmm.
when I see this ending again. So that's what I have planned for the weekend. Um, I'm getting close to the end of Doom. You definitely get your money's worth, I guess, because they didn't put multiplayer in this game. They gave you a hella long single player campaign.
Yeah,
So I'm getting close to the end.
for Dark Ages.
Yeah, so I'm getting close to the end on that. Uh, I didn't get to play much today because of the storms. I do have my PC plugged into a UPS. That's an uninterruptible power supply, essentially a backup battery. But yeah, I don't have my monitors or TV plugged in. I'm just like, I don't want to jack with it in case I lose power. So I didn't get to play too much today. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really like the Resident Evil 3 remake. I know we were talking about it. I think the general consensus was that it's too short.
Yeah,
we got
definitely.
a little bit of different things that were cool, but that was it. They just didn't give us a whole lot.
Well, remember, a lot of it too was like we talked about it briefly. Was the fact that that game was originally designed to be part of Resident Evil 2 remake. It was just supposed to be an additional add-on because it wasn't supposed to be a full release, which makes
See,
makes
it would have
sense.
made that would have made sense. Like if they called it Resident Evil Raccoon City and it was 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm. I need to go the other way. I know exactly where I need to go. Yeah, no, you're right. But like I remember in the Resident Evil regular original version of 3, you had the radio broadcast that like them saying that, hey, we're going to be nuking the city, but it would make sense considering especially what we see in the trailer. Like it's reminds me heavily of like Resident Evil. I mean, Akira and bits.
Yeah. Got an herb in that corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab that here in a second. I'm gonna kite this guy around and.
my brain malfunctioned there for a second because I'm like, why aren't you using the 3-run burst? Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm.
Remember, further away it's further away it's
Shotgun.
crowd control. Closer it's shotgun.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna try to get him to. Hey, hey guys. Wow. At least this way I can clear this area out. Oh. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm glad that it's been announced that it's going to be third person or first person, because I don't want to play Resident Evil 9 first person. I didn't.
So okay, I don't know if they've made an official statement on that. So I got my information from Maximilian Dude, and he said that you can change it on the fly in the options menu.
Mm-hmm.
But that the game suggests, hey, this part is best played in this perspective. So that leads him to speculate that the game is almost like Resident Evil 6 in that the scenarios are going to play much different from each other. So, you know, you had, of course, I'm drawing a blank now, but you had, I can't remember what the first freaking scenario was in Resident Evil 6. But, you know, you had Leon and Helena, which was a more typical Resident Evil paced section. Oh yeah, you had Chris and the jabroni kid, and then the last one, I don't remember who was it. It was who's the last two in the scenario in Resident Evil 6?
Oh, it was Shelly and Wesker's kid, and then it was Chris and his teammate, the one that ends up getting like mutated and helps you at the end. I can't remember his name, and then
he didn't matter. 6 was a fever dream of a game.
And then Leon and the female partner he had.
Yeah. So it kind of, that's what I guess that's what Maximilian was talking about, was that he feels like that's what it's leaning to. So like in one area, you definitely are going to want to play a first person style. Whereas then you go, maybe you switch characters over to Chris or something like that. And then you would play third person. It would be a little bit more action oriented, which I like because yes, I know Resident Evil is associated with survival horror, but I really would like to see them do an almost Resident Evil 3 style in a way where it is a little bit more action oriented. It's just Resident Evil branding. And this sounds like we get the best of both worlds. You get the slower paced survival horror that he described as feeling a lot like Alien Isolation in the section that he played. Then you would have like a more traditional action scene that you would play, like a cleanup crew. Then it might go back to either the real strict, you know, Outlast / Alien Isolation survival, where you pretty much can't do shit. Or it would go and do something like that's more traditional survival horror, where it's, yeah, you got weapons, you got this, but you know, you really need to be careful about your ammo conservation and your health conservation, yada, yada, yada. So, I mean, we'll see, man. I mean, it's Resident Evil, so I'm excited, regardless.
You know, it'd be awesome is that you find out that, like, there's people that have just survived because of the way they are, is they are just trapped. And, like, you may have
What do you mean?
Like, just people that have been living there for fucking 20 years.
Living where?
In Racoon City, like on the.
Well, I mean, it looks like a normal city. Like it looks like they had almost like like where the bomb went off. Like, because there's a scene in the trailer, it pulls back, you see the crater, and you see perfectly fine buildings and stuff around it.
Yeah, where everything was blown out. Yep.
You have like the initial crater where nothing lived, and then you have the blown out parts like RPD.
Yo, zombie.
And then you have the rest of the city around it. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we go back to what we were talking about originally. It's like, hey, what type of device was it? Oh, it was a thermobaric bomb. Okay, well, then I guess they could explain it this way or this way. Um, Super interesting regardless. And I mean, I do like the fact that they are keeping with some of the lineage
Hmm.
of Resident Evil, even though it was, I don't want to call her a minor character because, I haven't been able to play Outbreak. Hint, hint, Vince, wink, wink.
Yeah, we need to play Outbreak together on a stream. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to call Alyssa a minor character until I get to, play as her, but I do like the fact that they do that. I mean, personally, I think it would have been a lot cooler if maybe it would have been one of if it would have been one of Barry's daughters
Yes.
grown up,
That would be
and doing
cool.
it.
That would be cool.
I think that would be pretty cool.
Thanks, Zombie. I appreciate that. Hey, everyone. You guys need to go check out Zombie JLT1's channel. This man right here, was one of the hardest working men on YouTube. He can no death run. What is it? Spider-Man, Maximum Carnage, and a couple other great games. He's got wonderful stuff on his channel. He doesn't do much right now, but he will be coming back, so go check him out. What's up, Lit? Yeah, I got that Stay Puft Marshmallow Man for Ryan there. But how you guys doing tonight? Let's see. All right. So, anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really looking. Halo. I didn't grab my weapon. Hold on. I did. Oh, really?
Halo.
I totally overshot that.
And switch to pistol.
Yeah. Dude, I just wasted all that ammo. It's fine.
Yeah. Because remember, it shoots 3 at a time.
Yeah, that's why the burst weapon works better. Let me see. Let me capture up a chat. Let's see. Zombie is great. Thank you. Yep, a resurrection is in the works. He's gonna rise from the ashes like a phoenix.
Rise.
And take out all enemies. So what have y'all been playing lately? Anything cool or watch anything cool? I know that Jason yesterday said he's been watching some anime, which I need to check out. I've already been in here because I know I grabbed the safe. Should be right. Let me see. Yeah, I already got the safe. Okay. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure I get those 3 squares. I have 2 now, but I want to waste the keys. Legend of Low. Let's see. Greetings from the desk with a bunch of papers. You're finishing up your school year stuff. Let's see. Hey, Lit. Went to look like Magus with Frog Steam. Hell yeah, let's go. Chrono Trigger reference. Pretty good anime too. I've been playing Final Fantasy and Mystic Quest. Dude, I'd love to check that out because I genuinely like Mystic Quest. Why did I do that?
Why didn't you discard the key, fool?
I hit the wrong button. It's all right. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good in the
I was gonna
hood.
say, make sure you check your map too for any of those yellow doors that give you an idea of where you could go to use the keys to get them out of your inventory.
Look,
oh, the rare arm rip.
Yeah. Oh, this is because I know why this happened. Remember, we had the breaker box down here.
Yeah.
He's
Maybe a cool option is to not use those wires and leave them in the for Claire to pick up, so she could use them.
Yeah. Get off me. Let me just run to the corner over here and we can... reset the... Oh, it's... Get off me.
What's up, hummus?
What's up, hummus? All right, hold on. I'll read the chat here in a minute. Unless you want to read the chat for me, brother.
Okay, well, Zombie was talking about he could play the Chrono Trigger music on his ocarinas. I've seen videos of people playing crazy music on that thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Lo mentioned that they're finishing in a few weeks. Great Wife's talking about the randomizer being broken. Hummus dropped in. Everybody just kind of saying hi right now.
Welcome, guys. Sorry, I'm in the midst of dealing with flesh-eating creatures. Anyway, he should be dead. All right, so now we can actually, you know what we can do is go put. Let's grab these here. I'll use one and then use the combine the other. Then doing RE3 remakes. Dude, that'd be fun to replay through the remakes as well. I really tried to do an S-rank on Resident Evil 2 remake, but like,
if I try, I can generally hit A pretty consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Where I end up faltering is it's almost always my number of saves. That's generally because, as you well know, a working man. So I can only have so many hours to dedicate. So oftentimes, when I could do like, hey, you know, I got probably a good 5 to 6 hour run I could do right now. It ends up being an hour, and then I got to save and do something else.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
that's generally what kills me now.
In between
ranks.
tickets and stuff, yeah. Because like that was the thing. I like memorizing the pattern and stuff that you got to do to get to the police station. And there's certain key moments when you're in the police station at the beginning that could literally kill your speed run. And I was actually trying to attempt the whole no death or no damage run. And you just really got to learn the pattern of the zombies and stuff. Thanks whoever gifted the membership. You know what? That'll be Koda. Otaku Koda or Gaiku Kazatsu. My buddy, my friend, awesome YouTuber. Well, he hasn't been doing much lately, but definitely going to get him back on the podcast and stuff at some point. Make sure to take the green herb. If you're a quesadilla Padilla will be greatly disappointed. Yes, he would be. I don't want to leave him in the save room with the herbs, man. He may make it to where I don't have anything for later. For not getting myself killed fighting Mr. X. Wow, Lo, thank you. Thank you. Lo gave me a thumbs up and a super chat. I appreciate that. I'm gonna probably be blushing and all this stuff like a lot, so thank you. I'm gracious. Maybe I need to figure out something. Maybe we can do something like whenever we do the toy showcase, people can like derail the conversation of whatever toy thing to talk about something random. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Put that in there. Okay. Anyway, what games are you guys looking forward to playing? I know for me, Ninja Gaiden 4 is the top of my list.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm drawing a blank, but like I have some DLCs I need to play. I'm gonna play the DLC for Resident Evil 8.
Mm-hmm.
I never played it before. I bought on discount the DLC for Alan Wake 2. Really loved Alan Wake 2. The whole Remedy verse, the connection between Control and Alan Wake, and to a lesser degree Max Payne, even though that's owned by Rockstar now. I freaking love it, and it's slight. I won't go on a tangent. I'll just say one thing really quickly. If for whatever reason you did not play Control, you need to play that freaking game.
So I
It is
started
one of
it.
the best
I
original IPs I think that has come out the
Yes,
past 10 years.
I started playing it, but I ended up. I think I was started playing it on the Xbox, but I ended up getting it on the PS5. So I'll go through it. I need to play. There's quite a few things I need to still run through. I'm working my way through, just like destroying Expedition 33. Let me see.
Yeah,
Great
that'll be
White
another one on the list.
Great White North said Tormented Souls. That's coming. I think I've seen the trailer for that.
See, I have to watch. I watched some people play that, and they're gooners. So I had to find somebody else that didn't do commentary for that game. It was probably my one biggest gripe about Residents of Evil, watching them play some games. With Tormented Souls 2, I think I lasted like 5 minutes, and they were gooning too hard. I had to leave.
Yeah.
I was like, this is ridiculous. But yeah, outside of the goon level for that game, I think that definitely is probably one of the coolest looking and probably playing, once it fully releases, games that for the survival horror genre. So it's on my list. I think I'm gonna get that one on PC. I don't know if it's on anything else. Something else just came out, that survival horror that I had bookmarked on Xbox,
Mm-hmm.
that looked really good, but I haven't gotten it yet.
Hummus, yeah, man.
What
I'm
the
a, I'm a I'm
name?
a big Chrono Trigger fan. Thank you. I was trying to think of something unique that would work towards me. I mean, most people know I'm a big fan. Oh, it's Akira Toriyama, Dragon Ball, all that wonderfulness.
Dragon. Oh, Dragon.
Oh no, it's Raditz this time on
Oh no,
Dragon.
it's Raditz!
You want to tell that story?
So back in the day, whenever Dragon Ball Z was making its way over to the States, it was licensed for for broadcast by Cartoon Network in the US, but they could only, for whatever reason, get chunks of episodes at a time. I don't know if it was just too expensive or they were having to wait on the dubs to be finished. But this was all happening in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. So it had picked up. It was a phenomenon up there with like Pokemon. Everybody at schools talk about Dragon Ball, and everybody was so addicted to the show. Like we, would rush home after school to watch, and it was always a pleasant surprise whenever you would get to that last episode in the block of episodes that Cartoon Network had purchased, and then the next day, oh my god, it's a new episode. And it could be like 3 new episodes coming. You didn't know. You'd have to wait for each day. But then you knew that they ran out of new episodes because you'd come home and you're like, man, that last new episode was awesome. And then it would start over from the beginning, and it would be the intro to the first episode for DBZ. Where it's like, oh no, here comes Raditz. And it was like burned into our heads to such a disappointment. Like it got to I think
What's
I
up,
watched
Harris?
it 3 times. I watched it 3 times. Or like where it reset to where I said, you know what, I'm not doing it anymore. I'll just wait to hear from people that, oh yeah, the new episodes are out. Because like I've watched this thing reset 3 times,
Well, it's
and
that
it was a pain. It was such a letdown.
it's that whole thing. It's like, oh no, it's the Ginyu Force coming in next episode, and then no, it's Raditz. Because you got to get that deep voice for the old Shueisha or whatever dub for that show. Doing okay, man. That's good. How you doing, Lit? I know I said hi, but how's everything going, brother? What have you been playing? I'm good. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'm good, man. Life is actually going in a good direction. I unfortunately have the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering stuff coming out soon, and that's going to be super expensive. I'm gonna just go to the cheap route for all that. Man, like some of those cards though, the card art is amazing. Being it's like a double whammy, right? I used to play Magic the Gathering back in the day, and now we're getting the freaking themed series. Ugh. Don't be a collector, guys. I've seen the stream Tomb Raider Definitive Edition PS4. Nice, dude. That's awesome. I need to start. I did pick up the 1, 2, and 3. I just haven't sat down to replay them. I know my buddy Edward was working on it. Might leave without saying bye. It's raining. Oh, dude. No, I get you. I get you. Man. I don't remember if there's... Oh, yeah, there's just the zombies right now. Because there's the... I didn't remember if the dogs were here or the... That was going to be lickers. There's the doggy. And a red herb, which I can combine with my green. Yo, what's up, Tylord? How you doing, brother? Are you working?
What's up?
Working, lurking? Okay, so I don't remember if there's anything else over here.
There's stuff in the corners. I don't know if you run along the walls and just kept hitting X.
We gotta deal with the dogs.
Did you already go down that manhole?
No, not yet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back in and.
I mean, there's a save room down there.
Yeah. Isn't that with the sewers?
Yeah, there's a save room like right there. As soon as you go down it. And I think, like, once you take care of the dogs, I think among that trash right there, there might be something if you just walk along and hit next.
Come on, Nicholas. I need to read. I think I got enough shots. Sorry, Puppo. No biscuits. Anyway. Are you streaming tonight? Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Are you, Great White North, are you streaming tonight? So, Tyler, Break a Bow, are you streaming tonight? Okay, so, you said over here, right, with the gas cans? I don't see
Yeah,
any.
just along the trash. Just keep hitting, like, X as you walk along. I want to say that there's something there. I don't remember for sure.
She's looking at something, but she's looking at the dead dogs. Thank you, Zombie. I appreciate the membership. Let's see who gets it. Let's see who.
Okay, I guess there's nothing.
Oh, Vash, nice, hell yeah, awesome. Let me see. Did you play Silent Hill 2 remake? Did you, dude? Okay, so that was the joke I was gonna make tonight. I did see that they announced that the same team that did it is going to make Silent Hill 1, right? That's fantastic, right? Because that's the one I wanted to have remade first. It deserves to have the remake. Now, but it's hilarious that we got a remake of Silent Hill 2, which makes Silent Hill 2 1, and Silent Hill 1 now 2.
Well, I mean, it's the same shit with Metal Gear. They chose, I mean, out of the the Metal Gear Solid, I guess you could call it trilogy. Well, no, this is the fourth one, but yeah. So probably from PS1 to PS3, the best playing Metal Gear game, in my opinion, was Snake Eater.
Yes.
Control wise, just pacing. I mean, I love Metal Gear Solid 4, but it was definitely story based because it had a lot of shit to wrap up. But yeah, they chose the one that already played the best to remake. I thought it was a stupid fucking decision. Me personally, obviously, if I made the rules, I would go back and remake Metal Gear. I'm talking Operation Intrude N1,
Sherry,
that's the one that would be remade if I ruled the world.
Dude, like I would use the Fox engine, and let me before I get on this rant of Metal Gear.
Well, let the cutscene finish.
Yeah. And then I can say this about the chat, and then
I won't.
No, I won't. I'm just a
What's the matter?
spoiled little brat.
Don't you trust me? It's not that, Claire. It's because of my daddy. He's over there. I heard him call my name. Daddy must have been attacked by the monsters. I have to help him. Wait, Sherry. Don't go alone.
Don't go.
Sherry!
Don't.
Very.
Anyway, all right. So let's see. Tyler.
Oh, real quick. Hold on, real quick. Fun little fact. Sherry has some of the highest hit points in the game
Okay.
for the two characters. Just a fun fact.
Yeah. Nice. I did not know that. All right. So let's see. Tyler. The one who gave you the membership was or Coda is his new name on YouTube. Let me see. Taku Coda, who was the one who gave out a bunch of memberships for everyone. Let me see. Thanks for the membership. I'm also glad about because the original Silent Hill is expensive. You're not wrong on that. I don't understand how Silent Hill 1 through 4 is expensive.
Yes.
And those games were
I don't know what the hell happened.
Those were games for $15 to $20 games for the longest fucking time, and now they are super expensive.
Even the greatest hits. See, and again, it goes back to whenever it's one of those things. If you're gonna retro collect, you either need to go all in or you need to just stick to emulation. You got to pick one of either lane. And at the time, of course, this is going back almost 12 years now. I just barely dipped my toes, and I only got a couple of games that I really liked playing. And other stuff, like Resident Evil included, I'm like, man, I played that so much, I don't need to get it right now, I'll get it later. Silent Hill was in that list. Now I look back and I'm thinking, obviously I didn't know, hindsight 2020, but man, I really should have got those games then.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Vince said, I mean, even loose copies were like $5. And then of course what I've always been doing, especially my eBay trick, I'll buy a loose copy of something for a lower price and then find just the box version of it and then combine the two. And generally I'll save, $40 to $50 doing it that way than buying one whole completed box.
Yeah.
But for Silent Hill, I mean, even some of the loose one, like a disc, the other day I saw was $80 for the disc only. And then the guy, like, he took pictures of the backside, and it was all scratched up. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Oh yeah, and that's something else that they just said. I know. Let me see. Typewriter sound is very scary. Silent Hill 2 was the most popular, so they started with that, which is understandable. I get that. Silent Hill is just a remaster because it's already kind of perfect. I met the girl who does Claire's voice. She's pretty. She's very pretty. I remember seeing her in a magazine stuff for when they were announcing the people that were going to be a part of it. That's awesome. And you can't stream the Silent Hill collection. F that, Bubba. I should have brought Shattered Memories or whatever. I should have bought. See, that I miss playing that one. The Shattered Memories, like what was it? The Wii version. Because didn't they really release it on the PSP too? Silent Hill Shattered Memories.
Is that the one with the trucker?
Yeah, I think so. Or it's either the trucker or it's the retelling. One of the two.
Oh, yeah, kind of like Twin Snakes, like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think maybe Downpour was the trucker.
No, Downpour is the one they did. That was the American team one, where you played the American vet.
I thought the American vet was Homecoming.
Yeah, no, okay, great. Homecoming. The other one was the brother. One of them, there's like two. One of them has like a brother, and then the other one.
Yeah, that was Homecoming, which I remember. I got all 1,000 achievement points on.
Yeah.
That. I didn't think it was bad. I mean, that was like my first Silent Hill game in forever. Because I never played. Funny enough, I never played 4, The Room.
Dude, The Room is so good. I think.
That's one of the longest demos I ever played, though. Because I borrowed it from you. I don't remember if you got it in PSM or I don't remember how you had it, but you let me borrow that disc, and I remember playing the Room demo, and that thing just kept going. I'm like, dude, no complaints, but how long is this damn demo?
Oh yeah, the Origins was the trucker. Okay.
Origins, okay.
Downpour was about the prisoner. Trucker seemed like Kurt Russell. Yes, he did. Uh, Homecoming about the soldier. Homecoming is the bros. Sean
Yeah.
B needs to be in a Silent Hill game. That is true. What's up, Ronnie? Welcome to the stream, man. Homecoming is not bad. No, see what was it? I think it was.
Yeah, it caught a lot of shit. I don't really know why. I thought visually it was really good. Plus, uh, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I believe that Homecoming was the first Silent Hill game to be released after both Silent Hill movies had come out. So it kind of had like the town was a little bit more fleshed out,
Mm-hmm.
and you saw that aesthetic in the game. I think that's why I was kind of drawn to it.
Well, part of it was the way the achievements were set up. It was like fight this monster one time, fight this monster, fight this boss monster, and it was like, okay, this is ridiculous.
Well, I mean, it also had like the good ending and the bad ending because as the soldier brother, you have to like learn to forgive people.
Yeah.
I don't want to do too big of spoilers, but
Mm-hmm.
some of the monsters in the game are people from your past, and you have to either forgive them or punish them. And yeah, the punishment ending was really cool. I mean, of course, I always do the good ending first. I'm one of those people. Always, try to get the best, happiest ending first. But yeah, going back and getting the judgment ending was freaking awesome.
Yeah, let me see. So I believe, Lit says, I need to finish the room. I got stuck and had to take back the rental. It was very good in my opinion. People hated it. Because it, so what I loved about the room was
Because it wasn't Silent Hill.
well,
Is that why? Because it's the town next over, right?
it was a town next over, but it showed that the town itself was starting to become overpopulated or not. No, I'm sorry. It was Silent Hill was starting to expand beyond its boundaries. So, you were starting to get this bleed over effect, and I love that. I love the whole thing of like you had these survivors that you could try to help, and then
Claire,
if you
Are you
didn't
there?
help them because it was all part of the plan of the main villain.
Sherry, are you okay? Did you find
And they
your
ended up
dad?
like becoming ghosts that would haunt
yes,
you
I'm okay.
on later
But I
levels that you were
couldn't
going
find
through
him.
within the apartment complex.
But I did find something else for you.
But I loved it. I thought it was
Here.
really cool. And then like the whole thing of like getting that doll, and if you put it in your
Here's
inventory, it
another.
makes your house haunted. So there was like just so much stuff, Easter eggs, and other playability
Thanks,
things that were
sweetie.
added to that game that
Now,
were
why
different.
don't you come over here? I want you to stay with me.
As much as I love 3, you know,
Claire.
Evelisa, I
can't
played
reach the
Downpour, it was
ventilation
good. I
hole
enjoyed the
anymore.
post games
But don't worry,
as
I'll find another way.
Team Silent
I can
ones.
take care of myself.
I mean, the American made
Wait,
ones weren't
Sherry,
bad,
come back. Sherry! Sherry!
but it definitely was lacking something.
Do you read me, Claire? We now have access to the back of the parking lot.
Got it.
I'm getting out of here and heading to the sewer. Can you meet me there?
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way. She's like, it's like, why did you bother me?
Well, I did think it was cool at the time. I remember, I played Leon first, and I remember hearing her respond that way, and I'm thinking, man, is that more bad voice acting? But then playing as her, you see how she's frustrated trying to, keep Sherry around, and she's
Yep.
like, ugh.
That is very true. I like 3 because it got rid of the tank controls, made it easier to play. That is true. That is very true. I'm curious about the new one, Silent Hill F. That one looks very interesting because it's supposed to take place.
That's going to be the Resident Evil 7 of Silent Hill. I'm calling it now.
You're calling it now?
It's going to be horror, obviously, but it's going to be different.
Well, I would add the fact that it takes place, in the 50s, and so I'm at least wondering if maybe this is what causes something. There is the root of what causes Silent Hill to be what it becomes. There's an artifact maybe pulled from Japan that ends up getting over there to Silent
Well, I
Hill.
mean, just going off of the basic story, it was the cult.
Oh, we know it's the cult, but like remember, you could have had someone that was a kid there that was like exposed to it, and then came there to become the cult leader, or whatever. It's been a while since I.
Yeah, it says this game takes place in the 1960s.
Yeah. Okay, 1960s. I was not. I didn't. Okay, whatever. That's my bad. Wasn't managing my health. I was double shifting instead of double clutching it. Whatever. Can't even do the quote from Fast and the Furious.
Resident Evil 2.
At least I saved it. Duh. Storeroom R. So we just got to do the whole Shelly thing again. That's fine.
Who the hell is Shelly?
Sherry? Shelly?
Sherry.
That's okay, because I'll grab the...
Yeah, I forgot. Silent Hill F is scheduled to be released this year.
Yep.
Interesting.
Sherry, I've been looking everywhere for you. I was so worried.
What do you mean? I
Let's go
can't...
now,
I
honey,
can't...
okay? If we stay here,
Cheryl,
that monster
Sherry.
will find us. Let's go.
No, I won't.
No, I won't.
What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
I would have loved to
It's
just...
not that,
My
Claire.
parents
It's
told me
because
to
of my
not trust
daddy.
strangers.
He's over there. I heard him call my name.
Oh, Phil's
Daddy must have
playing
been attacked
some
by
Mega
the
Man Legends.
monsters.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
have to help him.
That's on my list too. I also have
Sherry,
Adventures
don't
of
go alone.
Tronbon.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Sherry!
Yeah, so you want to play Mega Man Legends, that, and then the second one.
In that order.
I believe so, yeah.
I remember there was this girl I really liked, and I'd go over to her house after school, and her little brother would be playing Mega Man Legends, and I just remember the three of us sitting there watching it. I loved the music in that game.
Later,
and
Jason.
we'd all be together watching him play. I never picked it up. Never got it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no. I mean, that's I guess like been one of the best things about going back retro style is how your tastes change over the years.
Yeah, because you
Whereas
weren't a big
game that you
RPG
might
guy.
not play. Right. I mean, one of the biggest examples of that was freaking oh my gosh, that time traveling game that me and you love on PS2.
Oh, Shadow of Destiny.
Shadow Destiny. So there was such a lack of PS2 games at this time that I found myself reaching out to genres I never played before. The only RPG I'd ever played in my life up to that point was Pokemon. Now, Shadow of Destiny isn't an RPG, but it's a style of game I would have never played had I not, had I had some choice. But there was nothing out for the PS2 at that time, so I took a chance and rented it and absolutely fell in love with the game. Told Vince about it, and he really liked it too.
Oh, yeah, man. Shadow of Destiny. I'd love to stream Shadow of Destiny.
Yes, add that to the list. And it's a really fun little cool game. And yeah, so that was one of my first encounters early on at like experiencing something outside of a game type that I normally wouldn't play. So even though I kind of dragged my feet through the years and I mainly stuck to my main ones, the most fun thing about going back retro is to play games that I missed, either because they weren't, in my wheelhouse of what I normally played, or quite simply put, I was a kid, didn't have a job, couldn't buy it, or it was never available for rent. So definitely putting Mega Man Legends in that category. So yeah, I think that's probably been the most exciting part is blind buying a game that I know is good, but I never played it back in the
That's
day.
not enough. Yeah, I mean, man, dude. I remember because like I think my dad was out of town that weekend it came out. I rented it from Hollywood Video, so it was like me, Jason, a bunch of our friends from school, uh, like one summer, and I sat there and played it all the way through, and we were hanging out, just doing stuff. I don't remember where he went. I think he went to Atlanta, I think at that time, for something. It was work related. So it was just like me, my sister, and Jason at the house. So like every day after school or whatever. Well, I think it was like right before, it was like the end of school year, I think it was, or something like that. I'd have to look at the dates. But yeah, man, Shadow of Destiny, so good. You basically, for those who never played it or don't know anything about it, you play a guy named Ike Kush.
That's right.
And he ends up getting killed. Well, you end up getting revived by this creature
Called the homunculus.
Yep. And your task now is to prevent your death. So there's different scenarios of things that happen, and you got to figure out why.
Whole butterfly effect thing going on.
Yes, it is. It's so good.
And obviously the homunculus, as you find out later, has ulterior motives.
Yes.
But yeah, every little change you do affects something. It's so freaking cool. The game went completely under everybody's radar. I mean, the controls aren't great. Some of the animations are piss poor, but it really is a story adventure game. And I still remember one of my favorite parts is when you first. So it all takes place in the same town. It's just different time periods in this town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And one of my favorite parts is when you first go all the way back in time, and these people are like, "Look at this guy. His hair is weird. His clothes are different," and he doesn't know what to do. You get a choice of how to get the town, because the townspeople are swarming you,
Sherry,
and you
are
get a
you
choice
okay?
to either pull out your
Did you find
Zippo
your
lighter
dad?
or your cell phone,
Yes, I'm
and
okay.
you could choose each one of those to pull out. And if you pull out the Zippo
But I
lighter,
did
they
find
view you
something else for
as like
you.
kind of like
Here.
I wouldn't say a witch, but like almost like they view you as somebody special. Like, oh my gosh, he makes fire from his hands. If you pull out the cell phone, you get
Thanks,
a
sweetie.
really crazy
Now, why
reaction
don't you
because they
come
don't know
over
what the
here?
hell to think of
You'll
that.
have to
That is,
stay
yeah.
with me.
And both of them generally accomplish the same thing. They get the town people to back off so they don't swarm you. But because one thing is like somewhat familiar to them, fire, versus something completely alien to them, a cell phone,
Wait,
it
Sherry,
has
come
different
back.
branching
Sherry!
outcomes
Sherry!
from that. It's freaking awesome.
And what's hilarious is the fact that like because you do that and you do something to help the town, they make a statue of
Got
you,
it.
and the statue of you is either you holding the lighter or the cell phone.
Yeah, that's right. I
I'm
forgot
on my
about
way.
that. Yeah.
It's like, oh wow, it's like, what is this technology this man's had? They've been wondering for hundreds of years, 100 years or so. But it's so good. It's really good, and it's got multiple endings, so that's another bonus to it. Okay, why are you not letting me pick this up? There we go. All right, let's kill. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear the zombies. Actually, yeah. Take the grenade launcher just to use this on the two lickers because I'm not doing any kind of damage on them. Okay. And then well, I forgot I have the heart. Oh yeah, I didn't get rid of it. That's why. Next time, Vince, discard the key.
You're gonna drive me nuts.
I am gonna drive you nuts.
I'm going crazy.
I'm going stir crazy.
I'm okay. I'm better now. You can let me out.
All right, Blair.
Oh, I'm all right. I'm okay.
I've been hearing some strange things, really strange things. I'd like to go back inside now.
You know, I totally forgot I bought the remaster, and it's been sitting there. I think I so oh yeah, so that game I was talking about that just came out. It's called Eternal Evil.
Okay.
All platforms except for Switch. So yeah, everybody's jokingly calling it R Eternal Evil, like RE Eternal Evil, because it's obviously where it takes its inspiration from. But yeah, so check that out. All platforms, Eternal Evil. Made it Unreal 5, looks really gorgeous. I think the team was Russian that made it, but yeah, it's pretty much exactly what you would expect. And as a survival horror fan, I don't care if it's a carbon copy, just give me more.
Yeah, Ronnie said, "Rest in peace, Wilford Brindley." Yes, sir. Mr. I start my day with some big bowl of Quaker Oats. Or let me explain. Let me tell you about diabetes.
I remember I asked my parents if they ever watched any like horror movies when they were dating back in the day.
Right.
And it was funny because they were like, well, I can't think of what we might have watched. And it was funny listening to them because as they're sitting there talking about the one they did watch that my mom walked out of, she goes, it was so gross. And she keeps describing it. And I'm like, you're talking about The Thing.
Oh my gosh.
She goes, oh. And she goes, are you sure? And then I start talking about it, and like other, famous scenes of it. She goes, oh yeah, that was so gross. I don't know how they did those effects. And it was funny hearing her say that. Now she saw probably like an hour of the movie back when it released, and then we were talking about it was probably like 2009 or whatever. I mean, just obviously a long time afterwards. And that's what she can still remember. She goes, it looks so real. I mean, obviously it doesn't look real, but it looks great still.
Oh yeah, no, that's man, that movie holds up so well between the practical effects, the just the look of the film. It doesn't look dated. The way that John Carpenter did the cinematography for that film, it looks like you're there in 1981, versus like other movies where it just starts to seem dated depending on what camera was used, the lighting effects and everything.
Yeah, because I mean, you can have bad CGI and you can have bad practical effects. But when you nail it, like Ronnie was talking about, Rob Bowden.
Yep.
When you nail it, it stays nailed. I mean, I don't know what other way to put it. I mean, granted, like if I was to show that movie to a Zoomer right now, they probably think it was stupid. But I think the millions and millions of people that have seen it over the years, especially in that time, really can attest to how well it was done.
Oh yeah, man. Like, dude, what's up, Wormskull? Rob Bowden, baby. Oh my gosh, yeah. Dude, like, he was such a legend for what he did for horror effects and everything. You think of even Tom Savini and stuff. When in doubt, save. Because isn't the dogs and now in the police, basically the car garage now?
Well, remember, you can walk past some of them, depending on how close they are, unless you really are gung-ho on spending ammo.
I mean, I don't mind spending ammo, but I don't have an overabundance I did with
I mind
Leon.
it.
I know.
I mind it.
I know.
So, if you want to reach into your tactical bag, yeah, try walking if you can, and then you wait for them to aggro, and then start running.
Let's see. He just vanished too. Yeah, I mean, dude, have you seen anything like with this Kyle Jones from? Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, I sent him the link. It's Kyle.
What's up, Kyle?
He's the other big Resident Evil fan.
in our
in my life.
yeah, yeah, or your life, people's lives. I mean, shit, dude, there's tons of our friends that are honestly big fans, but not as big as like me, you, my dad, and it's some of the the people we've met now. But
Yeah.
man, Soho, man, like I just haven't thought about our school in a long time. Not much, man. Just life, getting older. I mean, I shaved, so you don't see the grays.
Remember, this one's up, down, down. Unless it's different from Claire. Down, up.
It's the Konami code. I just got unlimited lives. Dude, like, have you so have you talked to? So you said Memo's getting back into gaming again.
To a degree, we played. We mainly played like Gears of War. We played Borderlands 3. We finished that. Just his schedule because he's self-employed, so sometimes he's got all the time in the world. Other times he's super busy. So like just trying to get with him and get some games knocked out has been rough.
Mm-hmm.
Because like we started Dying Light, and I had already beaten Dying Light
What up, Ryan? How you doing, brother?
years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I told him that he would like it as co-op. We could play, and we got about halfway through, and then life gets in the way, so it's been hard to get him to hop back on that. And he'll often, hey man, have you seen this game? This game is really cool. You want to download it? You want to download it? I was like, bitch, we ain't moving an inch towards another game until we finish some of this crap.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. What's up, Brian? Let's see. So how you been, Kyle? Did you talk to I mean, did you tell Robert that like I've been doing like the Resident Evil streams and stuff, or Bobby? Have you talked to them lately?
Well, Robert needs back surgery. He's all jacked up. And yeah, Bobby's just doing his own thing. They don't really game as much anymore.
Who, Bobby doesn't?
Yeah, he'll occasionally hop on and play a game for a couple hours, then never touch it again.
Should bust out the Tekken tag tournament one day.
Yeah.
You think like Ikush likes the green herb? He did. Unfortunately, I mean, he was kind of an airhead. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, he was a himbo, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell he meant well, but this
Yeah.
dude was a total himbo. You remember how one of the ways you can die in that game is a freaking flower pot falling on your head?
Yes.
And he's like, he goes, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's like, the voice is funny because he goes,
Gosh. Hey Ryan, how's your night going, brother? Let's see.
Yeah, that's true. So Kyle mentioned Bobby's really into tabletop games now.
Oh, dude, nice. Yeah, I mean, like I'd love to.
I think he's got a crew he plays with occasionally.
Is he playing more D&D, or is he actually playing like just different board games, like
Well, I know he definitely plays D&D because
Okay.
I've had some D&D related questions, and I always just go to him if I need a quick answer.
Bustin' makes me feel good. Dude, a named damn, a dude named Ike Kush. Fire right shake my head. Hey babe.
That's a really good point, Ronnie.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. I mean, honestly, it's funny that name. Thinking about it now, I can see that being like a SoundCloud rapper's name.
Right, exactly. Hey babe, how you doing? I know she's probably coloring in the other room. Alright, I don't need her. I need to go get the machine gun. which will actually help with. Aren't I pretty close to the boss? The just the baby mutation.
Well, okay, so you're. I guess let's do it. Let's do an item check. So you're completely out of bolts.
I'm out of bolts.
Correct.
About
Okay,
to grab
you
the.
have grenade rounds. Do you have the grenade launcher?
Yes, and now I have the
Okay.
SMG that takes up a lot of space.
Okay, so what I would do, I would make your grenade launcher your boss weapon, and your SMG is going to be your general fighting weapon. So put up the pistol and the ammo for the pistol,
Gun, yeah. Okay.
and you're gonna run SMG, and then go ahead and load 6 rounds into your grenade launcher, and specifically use that for whatever boss fight comes up.
Comes up. Okay. What's up, Chris? How you doing, brother? Let me see. Yeah, hold on. Let me read the chat real quick. Have the devs of this game gone on to do other things? Yes. Was it Shinakami, the main guy for the Resident Evil series? He ended up doing
Evil Within.
Evil Within 1 and 2. And I'd have to look at it to see what some of those other guys did. Seems rather ahead of its time. Yeah, my wife's coloring. Chris said, anybody Ada Wong lately? Let's see. All right. I play a lot of D&D with him, but I went into exile, but I don't know if he's making Warhammer figs lately. Hey, Dad. 1999 Silent Hill, 2001 play novel, Silent Hill 2. So he's listing off the different side things. Let me see. Warhammer costs some money. Yes, it does. And Magic the Gathering is going to be right up there with that. That costing money for me right now.
Hey, I'll be right back. The dog wants to go outside. He's staring at me.
Yeah, no worries. The whole shooter family is in chat. Almost. We need to get my my wife in. Well, my son in here. We'd have to get my son in here. My wife's here. My dad's here. I'm here. My sister's technically not a shooter anymore. Hasn't been for a while. Early Happy Father's Day to all the dads in chat. Hell yeah, man. Yes, we are very scared. Sorry. Oh yeah, guys. So yeah, since I did finally get monetization, I do have some emojis in here. Here's one from my dad. So if you guys want to spam that, you can. There's also some Resident Evil stuff in here. There's Ash from Evil Dead with his GG. You got Optimus Prime. You got the sax player from Lost Boys. I mean, come on, I still believe. So, you know, Vash the Stampede. There's a lot of stuff you can mess around with. Alright, so we should be good. I'm probably going to put up one of the healths for right now. Equip. Let's rock. The Marshmallow Man. Ray, what did you do? I don't know, it just popped in. He's a sailor. We can get him laid. Yep. Hell yeah, man. Tim's awesome. I don't know what it is as a kid. I love that whole scene. It's just like, it's so out of place. This big muscly dude all oiled up with a saxophone. Just thought it was hilarious. Hey, look, I don't have any biscuits. I'm good. There we go. Alright, run. Run! Do it! Come on! Probably should have just ran towards the end there. I'm good. I can use it like a gun. Alright, that's 2 down. Maybe 3. Jeez.
Alright, I'm back.
You're back? Alright, so
Yeah.
let's see. Kyle says, Shinji didn't direct RE2. It was Hidaki Kamiya. I
Hello?
believe. I'm here. You there? You there? Testing? Earth to Andrew. Hey guys, just dropped to say hi, see what's up. Happy early Father Days, all the dads in chat. Those dogs were bulletproof.
You could have run past these. You already have the crowbar?
No, I don't have the crowbar yet. I've been doing sparing at least with the shots, man, honestly. What do we got left?
Oh, you're hurt.
I got 90%, bro.
Yeah, well, you could have 95%. How about that?
We need back that in the police station, because we still haven't done a whole lot yet. Still early on. Yeah, let me see. Bulletproof dogs. Dude, like, man, they were taking a lot of damage. But, I mean, technically, you know, you're firing an SMG. It's not going to do
Well, the
great.
damage output per bullet is almost less than half of that of the regular 9mm.
Yeah.
It's more of a DPS weapon, but at this stage of the game with no crossbow bolts, it makes a decent regular fighting gun as long as you have something else with it. So yeah, load your shells in there so you get that extra space.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
pick up the film. So I almost got past the second dog in the car garage, but the other one aggroed on me. Woohoo! You know, that was what was cool was with the remake. You could you know, the whole thing when you go meet Ben and stuff, you're dealing with all the zombies in the area, and then when Mr. X shows up, you have to like dodge him.
Yeah, that was probably one of the more consistent pieces of horror in a game for me. That constant brooding threat of him following you around. I mean, never getting to rest, never really feeling safe in any one spot. That was really well done.
Yeah, I've heard that the 9's going to have an enemy that's going to chase you around too. So that's...
See, on one hand, I like it for the horror aspect, but on the other hand, it's like shit. At least to me, I don't want to say it hurts replayability, but when I think back on it, I'm like, oh, deal with that again.
Did any of the modern Resident Evil remakes have any monsters jump out of item crates outside of like
mimics?
Or the... Well, no, like, remember, like, in Resident Evil 4, you had the snakes. So, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think no, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, we'll replay it and at some point. Because now that I have the crank, I can go back to the library to do the clock stuff. Because I still need to get that square. I don't have a key for this, do I? I mean, I've cleared out the hall. No, I did not clear out the hall.
Yeah, this is really the one spot, either this one or the one in front of the meeting room are really the only two spots in the game where
That are just annoying.
you do have to you don't have enough room to run around them. You do have to clear them all out. The now the waiting room right outside of the police like where all their desks are,
Mhm.
that one you can clear out maybe 2, maybe 3 zombies, and then the rest of them you can run past. I generally will take out 2 in the beginning, and I can run past the rest of them. But yeah, this hallway up here, depending on whichever one you choose, whichever one's zombies break through, it's one of the 2 where, unless you're like stupid elite at the game, it's best to take them all out.
All right, football kick.
Don't go through that door. His damage will reset. Just finish him off.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
There you go.
Ooh, there's blood on the floor. I'm not cleaning this shit up. All right, let me look at chat real quick. RE2 remake, Mr. X is great. Hell yeah, especially switching up the Kool-Aid Man jump scare. Dude, like that was what was great. Is the whole thing of like people putting in custom soundtracks so you hear like DMX. X gonna give it to you when he's coming close, or being able to mod it to be something else. Let me see. Yeah, like in REA. You gotta run past them like Flyboy. Yeah, dude. As long as if I had a helicopter to do that, that'd be great. Don't ever put
Well,
that.
I mean, they caught up to Flyboy.
Yes, they did.
And he ended up becoming, in my opinion, the greatest zombie ever.
God, we need to watch that in Discord, man. I haven't watched.
So yeah, back in 2022, funny enough, during the Astros World Series run, they released Dawn of the Dead 3D
Mm-hmm.
and in theaters, and me and Bobby went to go see it. It was really good. The transfer was really clean. There wasn't a whole bunch of 3D effects that I remember. I think because it was a theatrical release, so you know when he shoots the zombie kids, you know, even in the director's cut, it was still pretty heavily edited. Although you saw them like fall back on the couch. In the theatrical release, it's even more chopped.
Mm-hmm.
But the cover zombie, the flannel zombie, whenever he shows up at the end of that scene, and he gets shot by Roger, that effect like flew into the camera. It actually made me jump. So I thought that one was pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, there's technology now that you can make things 3D with old film. Some of the stuff that Cameron came up with like the cameras and the other editing software and stuff that he's been using for Avatar and everything, I wouldn't be surprised that they couldn't have done it better. I need a lighter. I need lighter fluid. Watches. When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. Alright, so I discarded the key. I think there's ammo, and then there's also the puzzle over here again.
You got the lighter?
No, I don't. So we'll have to come back. Because I need that. Spin that wheel.
I remember I had the Ninja Turtles soundtrack as a kid on tape.
Yeah, don't walk up that stairway. You'll lead them right up there with you. That's what he ended up doing, man. See, like, as much as I love that movie a lot. Me and you have had many conversations talking about this film. But, like, the whole friggin' when the Tom Savini and all the bikers show up and everything, and they just have, like, the pie fight, completely breaks my immersion of that film.
I don't ever remember you saying that. Is there something new that you felt?
No, actually, it's something I've felt for a while now. I mean, like, I even, like, back in the day. I know I talked to Dad about it. I thought I talked to you about it, because I know me and you were some of the biggest Dead fans out there.
Yeah, I always chalked it up to hold on real quick.
What's up?
I was gonna say, how much grenade ammo do you have?
A lot.
You can just keep running past it. You can keep running past this fool, or you can hit him with the grenade shell.
I need to get to the other side because I need to unload my because I just need the crank to get that ladder down, but that's about it. I mean, if you can't have a pie fight during a zombie apocalypse, can you can you really have one? You're not wrong. I mean, it just like it a break for me. It was one of those things that just kind of breaks the tension of everything that's going on, and maybe it does kind of help with that, right? Because
Well, I mean, so they were still within 6 months of the original outbreak. I guess really, if I really want to get down to brass tacks, what I guess got to me was they really didn't show a lot of the food spoiling.
later, Ayers. Have a good one, man.
Granted, they had already, got their garden planted, and they had already, I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure they already ate all the perishables. But, I mean, yeah, when the biker gang gets there, they're just there to run through, grab what they can.
Hey, get out.
Smash,
Yeah.
It's smash and grab.
Yeah, they're really not there to foil or take their spot. It was just grab and go. You're right. Hey, what about the seltzer in the face of the zombie?
Yeah, there's
Like
a
what
couple of freaking zombie lookalikes. So you got Seltzer, Will Ferrell. You got after Flyboy's bitten and he falls into the elevator. You got fucking Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka zombie.
Mm-hmm.
That gets shot in the head right there. That was one of my favorites.
I always loved the what was it the yoga lady or the what I don't remember if she was like I don't know if she was just an Indian lady or she was I don't have the freaking thing. Because like she was the one that kind of figured out where everything was and kind of brought him up.
You're talking about the Hare Krishna zombie.
Yes.
That's also a lookalike. I call that one the Maynard James Keenan zombie.
Okay. That was the whole point. The humans were worse. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. You got this whole thing where, no matter how you think you got yourself secure and safe, that the human element is always going to be around to foil whatever you have in place. I mean, I love the remake and everything too, but like the whole dog thing subplot. And now the fact that the zombies don't eat anything but humans, so they're not going to attack the dog. But it was, you know, it is the whole thing. You know, these guys are wrapped up in their own thing. They don't think about their security or safety. Then you had the big fat shirtless zombie.
That the one that fell into the fountain.
Yeah. You bastard. Hey, these claws are sharp. You're not running fast enough, Claire. Come on. You're not even using it as a crutch. Oh yeah, definitely, guys. No, it is still great films, man. It's just one of those things as you start becoming like attuned to storytelling and stuff. You're like, man, this kind of just takes me out of it. But honestly, it is what it is, man. The OG Dunn has a very swashbuckling feel. That's kind of, yes, it does. It does. And we're still good on the freaking ammo, man. Drop that. What do we need? We need to go back and get the... Do I have the lighter yet? No. Alright, do you remember where the lighter's at? Andrew?
The lighter for Claire. God. Is it in the freaking chat? The Ruby room?
You know what? I was just thinking about that.
Where the liquor falls from the ceiling. I want to say that's what you get out of the Ruby room.
Let me go ahead and take care of the liquor over here then.
Have you been over to the East Wing or the West Wing?
Come on, damn it.
There you go, should be.
Screw off. Gotta go get the other ruby.
If not here, the other place would be. So you know where you encounter the first liquor, the one that falls from the ceiling, where you get the cinematic.
Yes. Oh, that one
little
room
in there
yes.
with the small step ladder. So I think with Leon it's the crank, and then with her it's the lighter.
Okay, so yeah, it's over there.
I think.
If you catch my... I Kush would know where the lighter is. If you catch my drift, I do. Oh, man. Let's see, you know about Toronto lying on his resume... Tarantino lying on his resume and saying he was the biker and the Tommy gun and the... No, I did not know that, but I could imagine him pulling that off. Tommy gun biker always reminded me of Steve Perry from Journey. Yo, what's up, Mike? How you doing, brother? Grab the extra green herb here. Spade key door. Okay, so let's see. I'll grab one herb. Yeah, I believe it is a spade key because I don't think I've unlocked it, so I need to get that too. Okay. Probably need to move some things down a little bit. Since I'm heading that way, I'll take that too. I'm good, man. Just staying cool. Hell yeah, man. That's all you can do in this hot summer we're having. Well, it will be hot soon. Seemed like it was hot as shit in May. I'm just gonna kill him because I don't want to deal with him. Hey. Screw you. Alright. It'd be probably easier just to go down the stairs. Hold on, let me look at the map. Yeah. That's all done. YouTube it, right? Yeah, let's let me go YouTube it. Hold on. Let's isn't that what that's for now? It's basically our encyclopedia for everything that is. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, that Slopes game room
Dude,
controversy was wild, bro.
dude, like so that was the thing. Like when he first started, he reached out to me and stuff. Like we were talking back and forth about games and stuff, and then I stopped doing Twitch back in the day. So, but like, yeah, hearing about all that shit is nuts, man. Like, I don't... And it's crazy how... all he did was pull a document from this WhatsApp group, and it had tons of...
What are we watching right now?
I'm looking for the lighter.
I told you where it is.
Where's it at?
Are you saying I misled you?
No. I was... Okay, all right. Where's it at?
I'm telling you, if the spade key is what is in the ruby room, then the only other place that it's going to be is in the first floor in the mail room, where the liquor drops down. That door right in there with a small step ladder. I think what Kyle was talking about when he said YouTube it is that he meant to YouTube the thing about
oh
Tarantino.
Yeah, it's a Tarantino job. Okay. I didn't see. I should have read all of it. iCush, dude. I need to make an iCush little logo there. Emoji. See, trying to get everyone to agree on pizza is the most difficult thing in the world. I miss everyone in here. Nah, Zombie, I understand, brother. We all need to hang out for one. All of us. So, like, this is the only door that I haven't done, which is where the... Yeah, and I need the key. So I need the spade key here. So the only thing
you need the other ruby.
I need the other ruby, and I'm trying to remember where that's at.
Well, the one that you put in there, where did you get that one?
That was from
the statues?
That was from the statues. It's been a while. Hey, Zombie, actually, we did heat up frozen pizza, Red Baron, that's sitting there waiting for me as soon as I get done playing the game.
Man, you know what's funny? You mentioned that is like, so I've ordered pizza, a couple times in the past couple of months or whatever, but it's like, I really do think a lot of times I prefer like the one you pop in the oven, like a Red Baron or something like that.
Yeah, dude, no, because I mean, you get a nice crunchier dough for the pizza and stuff once it's actually cooked and everything. I mean, because you can get DiGiorno, which has the more breadier crust, or you can get the stuffed crust stuff. So I get that. Oh, yeah. I meant to... Yeah, look up the Quentin Tarantino Dante. Sorry, no worries, man. No worries. Yeah, because I think that's where that's at, so I gotta remember where the other fucking... Wasn't there another puzzle?
We already checked all the drawers in here for items, right?
Yes, and I'll redo it.
Okay.
Smash that X button. Snake. Push the action button to go down. It's like, what's the action button? You're breaking my immersion. Come on. Yeah, everything's checked out. This is what happens when you run through the game and you haven't played a game in like 10 to 15 years. This just takes you back to that hallway, which we already checked all this stuff.
Did you go to the operations room and check everything in there?
I'll go look. Do it, come on. I love how there's like just a naked chick on the background over there in the operations room. Can we get like a RoboCop Resident Evil game where he like, it's just him going around punching zombies in the face with his data reader? RPD is a bunch of groupers. Yeah, because I don't have that. I haven't done... Okay, so nothing here. We're good. Yeah, I have to watch... Kyle, I have to watch that Tarantino interview. I mean, I've seen so many of them, though, but I don't remember seeing that one. I know that, like, the whole thing about his theory on Top Gun and him breaking down other films and stuff. Oh, I want to play Final Fantasy 14 and teach Edward how to play in a party. I wonder if it's 14 still around. You mean 11, babe? Because that's what we were playing as 11 when we met. 11 is still around. You can actually, I think you can do it on servers too. Your own personal server section. Not this way. I need to go back to the Black Room. What was the type of bomb they dropped? Oh yeah, we were just talking about that earlier, Ronnie. Andrew, what were you saying the bomb they dropped on Racoon City was?
I'm putting it in the chat.
Okay.
Because we were talking about that earlier
At the beginning,
my
yeah.
earlier today. We were talking about it in my other group friend chat that I have. Kyle's in there. Bobby had brought it up because that's what I was talking about. Was like it. I'm not going to say it's confusing me, but it's piqued my interest. What's going on with the crater, with the fact that they, the city apparently still is like built up around it. Like that's super interesting to me.
I always thought the lighter was in here, but it's not. I know it's not.
You already checked the glass case. I think there's ammo.
Yeah, I did that earlier. Thermometric. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be interesting. Like, I'm wondering who the guy in the cloak is. I know people are random going, oh, it could be Birkin. It's like, no, Birkin mutated beyond his restraints of being a human anymore. Unless he was able to, like, the mutation allowed him to clone himself into... Oh, no. I forgot about that. Isn't it the thing about the G virus that when it encodes to your DNA, only people that are of that genetic family can be mutated a certain way? Because everyone else just becomes like
The undead.
the undead, yeah. Or a weird mutation.
But that's why he was chasing. That's why he's chasing Sherry.
Yes. Which is a creepy ass like thing.
I mean, yeah, he's trying to implant her.
Yeah. Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. Yes. If I could get away with putting that on the in the background, Ryan, I would. You know what? I'm gonna make sure that when you stream next, brother, that you actually you play that on the guitar. I always felt that was like a wasted area because, like, isn't there just health over there? Nothing here. That's why Sherry Birkin moved on to heavier boxes. Right. Yeah, exactly. She's super strong. She could just move boxes with her arms. Okay, I've already got that. Come on, where's the other... Vince, tell the good people about... Oh, yeah, dude. Okay, so for those who don't know, me and Retro Ryan do a toy showcase. Let me look at the camera. Me and Retro Ryan do a toy showcase on Friday nights at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. We talk about toy lines. So this weekend, we're going to be talking about, I believe it's Hook, Willow, and Robin Hood toys.
Hello.
Willow.
Hey, hold on. Take a right. You never did the unicorn medallion, bro.
No, I
That's a
didn't.
spade key.
Yeah. There you go.
Dirty dog.
Dude, I totally forgot it's there. Like, cause you
I'm
don't
like
even...
aging for the next every 10 minutes this was going on. I was aging. I was having accelerated aging. Okay, like I had fucking Fox die, gene therapy and shit.
Fox die. Yeah.
And you know what? And what tipped me off was that you actually went to the fountain earlier and
I
the
know.
medallion wasn't there, and it didn't click to me until now. And I'm like, bro, I know that lighter is in the freaking mailroom, but it's locked by the spade key. He's got to get the spade key before the lighter.
Yes. Well, here's the
And
thing.
watch.
Remember,
Put that hoe in there, and here's the spade key.
You don't do this with Leon, so you never go over there to mess with that thing. At least I don't remember. Anymore.
Huh?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, cool. Ewok Village. Robin Hood famously reused the Ewok Village. Yes, they did. Actually, that thing was reused, I think, outside of Star Wars and Robin Hood for one other thing. I can't remember what it was. We actually did cover Barnyard Commandos. Yep, we covered that one. Last weekend we did Boglins. The last four or five episodes are going to be like WWE wrestlers, the Hasbro or the WWF wrestlers and stuff from Hasbro. We got I'm gonna look it up right now. Give me a second. There's too
Make
much.
sure you discard that key.
Discard that key. Yes, it's the one use key, man. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, no, they couldn't have a mastered key. Yes, we did Food Fighters. Yep. Let's see. We're gonna be covering over the next few weeks. Come on, computer. All right, we got. Oh, I take that back. I'm sorry. tomorrow is actually Visionaries, Battle Beasts, and Supernatural toys. Then it's going to be Secret Wars and Superpower figures. Then it'll be the Robin Hood Willow Hook toys, the WWF Hasbro toys, and then we're going to be the final episode. We're going to be covering Hasbro horror and sci-fi figures. So there we go. All right, I had to get my order right. We were jumping ahead because we're about to be talking about some Battle Beasts, man. Stuff. Those figures are great. Yeah, but it's always a fun conversation. You know, we kind of give backgrounds on like the toy brand itself, and then we end up going into like looking at the figures. We'll talk about what we like. We'll riff on them. It's always a good time. So after episode 40, we're going to go on hiatus. Ryan's going to be stepping down from the show unless we do something different later on. He won't be as a frequent guest or a host with me. You have the Boo Box playset from Hook? No, but like we have we have a site that we run off of and we talk about each figure and everything. Man, I wish Willow got proper action figures, not just the Dachi diecast that you can use for D&D, right? Exactly.
No, go the other way.
Oh yeah, we're right. I gotta burn that.
You got the lighters, so yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta burn the painting.
Yeah.
The best thing about Willow, beside the movie, was a fucking badass arcade game.
Dude, I know. That... Well, even like
That game was so good.
the NES game was pretty cool. It's an RPG and everything, like a action-based.
See, I don't know, I guess I never saw like a review on it or whatever, but I never heard anything about it. I didn't know if it was good or not. I just know about the arcade games. They had it at a roller rink over here in South Houston that I would go to, and I wouldn't even skate. I would just go and play freaking Willow.
Mad Mardigan. I mean, come on. The best thing about that movie is freaking Val Kilmer, right?
Best thing about the movie is the whole damn movie.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
I remember it was jacked up, but you know, back in the 90s were different. But there was a kid in our class who was like the really shortest kid, and used to call him Peck.
See, that was before my time, man. Like,
Before my time, you're older than me.
dude, no, because like, no, remember, I know I'm older than you, but the thing is that why I wasn't in like what elementary with you. I was already in like middle
this
school.
would have been like 3rd grade. So yeah, it would have been a couple of years before I met you guys. But yeah. He was the shortest kid in 3rd grade, and he was a little jerk. And I remember I kept calling him Peck, and he asked me one day why I kept calling him Peck, and I would kind of do it with like a jacked up accent. I'd be like, "You Peck," and I told him where it was from, and to the kid's credit, he went and convinced his parents to go rent the tape so he could see why I was calling him Peck.
Right.
And then his mom came up to the school and told like the principal, and I got in trouble.
Oh shit! Damn. Well, I mean,
I was like, "Way to rat me out, Peck."
You should have told him, "Cast me a spell, huh?" Did you? Hey, how do you give babies black root?
Can't give a baby black root.
Give some hair on their chest. She don't need hair on her chest.
Hey, Laura, Dad.
You put hair on her chest. Roddy said it. You're all pigs. Pigs. That scene always messed with me.
That scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Yeah.
You've already checked both interrogation rooms
Yes.
as well, right?
Yeah. I took out the liquor.
Well, now you gotta go light the furnace.
Tomorrow. Hold on, my boss just asked me a question. Give me a second. Let me read that.
Man, tell him you're fucking playing Resident Evil 2. You tell it just like that. Like, oh, I'm sorry, Vince. I'll talk to you later.
Tomorrow morning, could you grab a box for me?
A
Let's see.
box of donuts?
There's probably going to be another Polycom device. Okay, yeah, sure. No, my box.
Polycom. Y'all use SIP phones?
No, we use their conferencing stuff, like the cameras and everything, for meetings and everything. But most of our phones now we're using Teams. I need to do the. Isn't it?
That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do for us. We're cutting our license with our phone. We used to use Mitel. Then they got expensive, and we moved to some other brand called Ring Central, and they use Polycom phones and Link phones.
Okay.
So we used the sales team got the nice Link phones. Everybody else was still using our old Polycoms from Mitel. Because we had Mitel phones, and then they said, okay, well, we're going to move you guys over to Polycom, but it's still going to be under the Mitel service. So the cool thing about that was that it was a little bit of a process, but it wasn't too hard to bring those phones over to Ring Central. It was just changing how they pull their IPs. And then changing the provisioning server. So each phone, like once it had pulled an IP from DHCP, you could just log into it through a browser and then go and set the static IP, the provisioning server, save changes, it reboots, and you were good to go. So that's how we were able to bring our Polycom.
I totally forgot about you jumps to the freaking wall.
Oh yeah. Go, 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 go. Ah! Yeah, when he does a double axe handle, he is essentially frozen for a couple of frames. You can run past him. But you got wide enough berth now.
I did.
Punch you right in your...
Dude, he freaking armbarred me, bro. Hey, Andrew, at least you didn't get in trouble for wearing flannel shirt at Miller. Dude, oh my god. Dude, like, okay, so that was the thing. If you guys remember, what was it, Mr. Bowser? He was the government teacher in high school.
No, this motherfucker's name was Bowser?
Yeah, yeah.
He must have...
He must have
got squashed before I got there.
What's up, Carla? How you doing? So, no, if you went upstairs, he was in that back corner of the like the left side of the building. And like I literally convinced, because we were talking about like different government stuff and all this other things, and I was like, man, like, can I bring a movie we can watch that kind of like touches on this stuff but also does some other things? He's like, sure. So this movie I was going to bring up was Akira, for one, to watch in school. And but Columbine happened, and he's like, no, after sitting and looking at what you're gonna do here with this movie, I was like, I can't do it. And I was like, damn it. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah, see, that was in April of '99, so I would have still been at Miller in 8th grade, because I started at Soho in the fall of '99.
Yeah, because man, I'm doing good, Carla. How's everything going on your end? I need to check and see. Is Tib having another community game night tomorrow? I know that me and Ryan will be doing the toy show, but maybe we can pop in right after. Yeah, they banned it. Dude, it just sucks, man, because, like, there was so many more restrictions because of what all that happened. And, like, we knew kids that got in trouble for stupid shit.
You headed up to the attic?
Yep.
What items do you have on you? Okay.
Oh yeah, because the drop down. Should I go do?
Yeah, let's do it. You need to swap some stuff out. You need to load some more grenades in there, drop the ink ribbons, maybe even save.
Yeah, because I got to do the ruby too. I've already cleared the liquor, so. But how's your night going, Carla? Man, it's just such a different time, dude. Like, I remember... Because remember I was working at... Like, when you started going to South Houston High, I was working at Game Crazy at the time, remember? Or I wasn't... No, not yet. I wasn't working there yet. I started that following year.
What was your first job?
Game Crazy.
Dang.
Yeah. Actually, let me save it. Actually, you know what? First off, let's do some rearranging. We're going to take this out of here for a minute. Grab me a green herb somewhere. Should have one. No, I don't.
You've been getting bit, bro.
I've been getting bit. I've been getting hit, too. We'll save it first. And then, actually, you know what? We're going to go grab the... whatever's in the room with the ruby first. But I actually I miss high school. It was a fun time. We had a blast. It also helped that Game Crazy was there at the time.
Well, I mean, it was just so many friends. I mean, it's a funny thing too. Is like, I had a couple of friends that I had brought over from Miller, and then met the rest all freshman year, and then here we are, 24, 25 years later.
Mm-hmm. Did you know Mitch from Game Crazy? Yeah, the one who worked at wait. He I think started after I did. Yeah, I remember Mitch. I remember because so the group I worked with was Chris, Stephanie, James, and there was a Juan, my friend Juan that worked there. And then
I always remember the district manager, the English guy, who lied to me and told me that the Game Boy camera head did not swivel. He had it in his hands and he could have swiveled it, and he goes, "No, it doesn't swivel."
Well,
I was like, "Well, shit, I don't want it."
Do y'all remember Todd? That friggin' douche nozzle that was that worked there for a period of time. So like he was buying all the RPGs for the PlayStation 1 as they came in, and he was just gonna sit on them until they gained value.
So okay, so what you mean to tell me is that the man was ahead of his time?
Yes, he was. He was ahead of his time, way ahead of his time. We're talking about like before collecting was a big thing.
Like he's got all of the Atlas titles. He's like, trust me.
Trust me, you got to know, guys.
Like these, you had Groundskeeper Willie in his retirement Grease in The Simpsons, and you had Douche Nozzle Todd in his retirement RPGs.
I don't need that anymore. I don't need that. All right. We're pretty
Let me
close
see what you
to.
got. So you got health. So grab your grenade launcher and load it with some shells. Go ahead and use the flame. Get those out of the way.
Yeah.
Because your acid, you're gonna want to save for boss fights.
Man, like, and then there was that one lady that worked there, the redhead, that friggin' was cool but annoying.
Go back in. Let me see what you got.
But she was the one that, like, remember, she was the one that would not let me go back to the house to go get my controller for that Tony Hawk tournament.
What do you still have the heart key for?
Remember, that's the one I couldn't get rid of. Remember, I didn't discard it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, did you get that picture I sent you from the Tony Hawk demo?
Yes, I did.
The fountain of disappointment.
The fountain, dude. Like, I had that tournament in the bag, man, and I got stuck with that damn Mad Cat's broken controller. Ugh. I'll never forget it, man. I should have had first place, dude. I was dropping freaking like anywhere between 9 to 22 million in score, and then you were like right there with me, and I figured it was going to be me and you in the final two, but no, we both ended up with the Mad Cat controller at the end, and this kid who just ended up getting Tony Hawk's Underground for free.
Well, let me preface
Okay.
let me preface it for those who don't know. So there was a tournament at Game Crazy. It was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, and
No, it was
without
4.
going
It was
into
4.
too,
It was 4.
it was 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
Okay, so without going into too much detail, this was like the second or third Tony Hawk tournament they had run, maybe even their fourth one, and I had legendarily failed the first one and had swore off tournaments. Well, this one I wanted to come back and like redeem myself because I am good at, or at least back then, I was very good at those games. This was at a time where breaking 100,000 was like the way to go. And then it kept going up. The more people got better at the game and discovered things, and it was 500,000 was your goal. Then 1,000,000 was your goal, so on and so forth. Anyway, so go to play Tony Hawk, and I had a little bit of experience. I'd rented it a few times for part 4. But I mean, it's Tony Hawk. I mean, as long as you know how to do your
Grinds.
reverts and
Your manuals. The manuals.
and your manuals to link your tricks, you're pretty good. So I know how to do all that, blah blah blah. So we go to this tournament, and the first round I get the regular PS2 controller. I beat this jabroni that was next to me. He had the Mad Cats. I fucking smoked him. Then the second round comes in, and I got the Mad Catz controller, and I was like, "Holy crap!" So the left analog stick on this controller, the dead zone was jacked up on it. Plus, like, I don't know how to describe it, but the actual thumb piece of the thumbstick was loose. So anytime the controller would vibrate, that little thumbstick underneath you would move, and it would completely throw off your balance. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, how come no one bitched about this controller before? So I turned to the girl, to the lady, like, the manager that was there, and I was like, hey, can we get another controller plugged in? And I remember her telling me, well, no, because that's the one that we have earmarked for the tournament. We can't bust open any of our other ones. So I'm like, whatever. So I try to make it work, can't make it work. I give Vince a heads up, and he's like, okay, I think I got it. Well, once you know how to, like, I guess, account for the
I almost did. I almost did, man.
Stick, you can make it work. So yeah, I'd given Vince the heads up about what to expect. Okay. And again, once you can account for it, you can kind of like get around it. The problem was that the little kid that he was facing knew how to play. There's no items on him.
I don't believe so. They didn't introduce that until 3. Oh wait, never. I
Look at
take
this.
that. I take
There you
that
go.
back. I take that back. Oh crap. Well,
Keep
no.
hitting that hit X again just to make sure.
I was sitting there.
Okay, no,
I
yeah.
was
I can
skating
load
on
that
it, man.
up. So I gave Vince a heads up, and I'm like, as long as you kind of know what to expect, you know what tricks to avoid, you can make it work. Well, I had always used like Andrew Reynolds, and I love doing grind specials, so that is pretty much out of the question with that controller. So Vince gave him a heads up. He's like, okay, well, I'll just work around it. The problem is that the kid knew how to play, and what he did is on the level that we were at, the school or wherever the hell it was, there's a fountain on there that just goes around in a complete 360. And he was able to go and link a couple of tricks and manual over to it and then hit his special, which is what I was going to do. And he just racked up stupid points doing that, just going around the fountain with little to no effort. As long as you kept that thing centered, your balance meter, little to no effort, you were going to nail it. He ended up getting a really high score. I'm not even going to try to remember what it was, but it was up there. Now, if you have a controller like that,
Yo, Tip, thanks, brother, for the membership.
You can match
Let me see something.
that score. It makes it easier. But with the Mad Cats, Vince couldn't get his grinds going. He couldn't. I mean, when you can't grind to link your tricks because you can't do the balance, you're stuck mainly doing your aerial moves. You could revert and do a manual to kick flip out to another trick, but you're never going to be able to link all those together. And the lady wouldn't do it. She's like, you got to play it as it is. And I'm sitting there thinking, why did it take to me and Vince to say something? All these other people that had played with the controller, did they not feel this thing was trash? Because you figure if enough people would have brought it up and complained about it, they would have done something.
I'm probably about halfway through, man, honestly. Because we're about done with the police station now. We're about to head into... You know what? I think there's a hell spray in that fucking one room, but I'm not worried about that because we're going to get more shit. We're about to head into the sewers and then fight, I think, the G mutation, or which we're going to fight Who are we gonna fight next? I think one of the bosses. I can't remember who it is. But Tib, thanks for the membership, man. So guys, Tib's channel, Retro Tiburone, is an awesome dude. He does live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Actually, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. He plays. He just finished Chronicles of Riddick. I think it was Butcher Bay, and then he is playing the D&D beat 'em up with Retro Ryan and two of his buddies. And I'm not sure what you're playing Friday, but he also does a podcast. So he's a fellow podcaster. And his latest podcast, he did the top 5 Jaws films. So give him a check out, follow. Awesome dude, loves horror movies, big wrestling fan. Used to do wrestling stuff, so yeah. I gotta get the shout out.
Who's this? Retro Tiburon?
Yeah. Dude, you get along with him, man. He's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Is the sax dude from Lost Boys? Hell yeah, it is.
Motherfucker, I'm trying to watch the Lost Boys.
Alright, so probably grab the health. I think I have 1 mixed herb and then
Yeah. Should be up to where it is.
yeah, I'll leave the spray there. Thanks for the shout out, dude. I'm gonna bring you and Ryan on soon. Sweet. Yeah, we're supposed to be doing a podcast episode with him. Not sure what it is or something.
Load your shells.
Load my shells. Oh, I didn't save it. Should I save it? Yeah, I'll save it. Fuck it.
Yeah, we're far beyond rank at this point.
No, that is actually Optimus Prime. When he does his leap in the air and shoots down a bunch of Decepticons.
You want to impress me? You beat that Transformers game on the original NES.
Oh, the Optimus! I mean, the freaking Ultra Magnus game that came out. That's god
I'll
awful.
be impressed.
That's impressed.
I'll be impressed if you do that. Claire B.
Who is this Bobby Robert? Yeah. Considering Robert had the short hair and Bobby had the long hair. You need a Dolph Lundgren He-Man. Oh dude, okay, I can do that. That can be done. Oh, did you see okay, did you see what Kyle said earlier? He was talking about do you remember when Joseph threw an Optimus Prime toy at his dad for no reason and then showed up at school the next day with a huge chunk of his hair cut off?
Yeah, and I told him that if I'm not mistaken, I believe that eventually Joseph copped to that. He made that whole story up.
He did?
And we were really disappointed because it was definitely one of the legendary stories.
Dude. Yeah, his dad stuck him in a room and cut a huge chunk of his hair off.
Claire,
Dude, like, just throwing an Optimus Prime toy sucks.
Cheryl,
Why would you do that?
You're okay.
I'm glad to see you're safe, Claire.
Yeah, I remember. I remember when I heard that story. I think I was laughing about it on and off all through school. And then I think like years later he copped to it that he made the shit up.
Dude.
I was like, bro, I would have much preferred to live the lie. Because I mean, first of all, he
God
throws
damn
a
it. Now
freaking
that you
Optimus
mention it, I
Prime.
remember that.
He throws a whole ass Optimus Prime, hits his dad in the head, laughs about it. His dad goes, cuts his hair, and it's like, that's hilarious. It's too good.
Claire!
Claire.
I'm going down there. Stay here and wait
Yeah,
for me.
so Tip, hopefully I'll have some better I mean, I like the emojis I made. I mean, they're just unique to me. But I got a couple other ideas of stuff I want to do. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is purely for Ryan or other Ghostbuster fans.
It's for anybody that believes that busting makes them feel good.
It also is also for those that feel that they let their team down by failing at whatever game or anything they were doing.
Alright, now you're in the sexed cauldron.
Just saying. Yeah. What was Iron doing here?
So you've made it this far. Not bad.
I mean, definitely
girl.
one of my favorite villains. I think in
I'm
any
not letting
any
anyone
game.
leave my
I mean,
town.
he was really freaking
Everyone's gonna
demented.
die.
Oh, Irons? Dude, yeah. Chief,
Calm
what he was
down,
doing?
Chief.
Everything?
And I remember that line right there too was in the commercial, and it just made it so
You
epic.
couldn't possibly understand what's happened.
He's turning into an elf. Look at his ears. He's a goblin.
Beautiful town. How could they do that to me after everything I've done for them?
So it's true. You have been working with Umbrella. Then you must know about the G-Virus. What is
Thanks,
it?
guys,
Tell me.
for using those.
If you must know. it's the
Oh,
age
Tib, what are you
that
playing
turns
tomorrow?
humans into the
On
ultimate
Friday?
bioweapons.
I haven't looked to see
Superior to the
what you had
T-Virus
posted.
in every way. Dr. William Birkin is the genius behind the project.
William Birkin.
I'm sure you've already seen his little girl
See,
running around
this guy
with his
didn't skip on Donut Day. Vince, make one of Cyclonus fixing his arm.
In case you
Flexing,
haven't
dude, I could do
already,
that. I could see, yeah, let me look. I'll try to make one
the
then.
monster
Flexing his arms the
tearing
second.
my precinct
He's oh,
is yet
dude,
another
yeah.
product.
I can do that, definitely.
Ultimate bioweapon. Umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks.
Yeah, man.
I'm
I think he admitted it years and years later. Nothing. Gonna watch Friday the 13th. Oh, dude, nice, man. I'd love to go see 13th again. Yep, it is Friday the 13th, man. That's a missed opportunity, Ryan. We could have done the NECA horror stuff for for that option. Well, I'm not going down there. Let's go burn this place down. Anyway. It's let's dust off and nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Hey, will you try something for me real quick? I can't remember which game it allowed you to do this. So open up your menu
Yes.
and go to the acid rounds and combine them with your gun.
With the bazooka?
With the grenade. Yeah. So it is this one. Okay, so the first one you couldn't do that.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
so my suggestion would be to use your grenade rounds for like some of the stronger enemies, and switch off to acid for like Birkin or something like that.
Okay. I can do that. I'm still working on my tickets. Dude, I understand, Zombie.
Brought a $3,000 laptop home to work on for a guy that's starting on Monday.
Dude, like he's he's half the man he used to be.
Oh.
I'm
You got anything on him?
half the man I'm used to be. It'd be great if he had his gun on him. No, whatever's down there ate it.
Okay, ready.
So I need to use acid rounds?
Alright.
Isn't this Birkin?
Yeah, this is gonna be Birkin. So if you want, you can soften him up a little bit with the machine gun, and then wait for him to rip the pipe, and then switch over to acid.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is first form Birkin. Before he transforms. Urgh! Should I waste the ammo on him with the machine gun?
No, I guess I forgot. He grabs the pipe already. Just go ahead and hit him with the acid.
I could
And remember,
see.
the acid is not like flame or grenade. It's one big ball. So you got to be a little bit more accurate. Run, 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 run. Okay, there you go. And wait for him to get on screen. Acid. Right in the dick. There you go, there you go. Oh.
Alright, you son of a...
He's like, bitch, get out of the way, I'm trying to fall.
I'm trying to
That's exactly
die
what he
here.
did.
Yeah, I'm trying to die
Like,
here.
Out of all the places you could have stood, you stood in the one area he needed
In the
to
animation.
fall,
And look, it didn't
he
even...
got 2 free licks.
It didn't even do anything to me. It's great.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Dude, I gotta make a short of that. That's hilarious.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. And he gets the 2 free licks, but they don't do any damage.
Dude, it didn't do shit to me, man. It's like, could you imagine
By
being?
the way, you're in my death spiral.
Yeah, I'm supposed to die here. This is where my death animation is. Okay, so we can
Switch those back.
Yeah, switch and not deal with the spider. I love how like
Go right past them.
she was with you and then she just disappeared. Oh yeah, I gotta go get her.
Jerry.
You come back and she got into his food stash. She's got like Hostess cream all over her and chocolate on her fingers.
So he had fruit roll-ups.
He had fruit roll-ups. It was a fun snack. Did you fight my
I do want to say
daddy?
this. I want to go ahead and call it at 10:30 for this run.
Okay. Yeah, for tonight. That sounds good, man. Let me see. I'm working on my tickets to... Oh, tickets. Okay, say I read that wrong. Tickets for the movie are not tickets for, like, work tickets, because I know you do call center stuff. All right, so imagine having an eye on your shoulder, right? That would be annoying, right? You're like, well, I see something, but I don't know where it's at. Or it may come in handy looking for your keys in the morning when you're trying to find them.
That's the big weak spot.
Dude, could you imagine, like, hitting your arm with your eye into a wall because you just didn't make the turn right?
Like back in school, somebody shoulder checks you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Claire.
What's wrong with your arm? Oh, I got pink eye. It sucks.
Can't
Don't touch
believe
it.
The man who developed the G virus is
My
actually
freaking
your
ojos.
father.
What's wrong, Claire?
It's nothing. But I think I found a way out of here.
I just, you know,
Should be able to find
hit your
someplace
dad in the
safe
face
if
with
we could just make it out of town.
5 acid rounds.
But
You may not
I
recognize him
will
anymore,
protect
but...
you, I promise. But you have to make sure you don't leave my side.
Now you don't have any open wounds because we're gonna go walk in shit water.
Yeah, tell me about it. Oh my god. Getting a staph infection, like that, it turns you into a zombie, would suck. I mean, the fact that he put torches here with, like, refilled oil just blows my mind. Like, he was...
But, you know, he definitely would have been a candidate to open the lament configuration.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
No.
puzzle box. He would have been all into that shit.
You know what would be
I mean,
funny?
he's got a sex torture dungeon.
Yes.
Look, he's got a butcher's robe over there. I mean, he liked to cut into flesh. This dude was a Cenobite waiting to happen.
I mean, do you think he was, you know, he wasn't partaking on the flesh that he was eating or cutting up, but he may have been feeding it to the croc down here.
Oh, he was freaky deaky.
I just love how, like, there's this cave system that's, like, looks like it's going to Batman's lair under Raccoon City.
I mean, he's got all these. So he's got his own private art gallery back there. Then he's got the hidden way to his to the sex cauldron, and then on top of that, he's got this back door passageway to, you know, the sewers.
Come on, let's get out of here.
It's
Look, I
like,
was
if
like,
the shit really went downhill, it's like, yeah, he's got ways out of there.
shh, quiet. He'll hear us. Shh.
Claire?
It's pretty terrifying.
Yeah. Sex cauldron. Thanks, baby. I thought they thought they closed that place down.
It's an old Simpsons reference I keep making.
Yeah.
Come
Look.
with me.
This is aliens right here.
Where are you?
Newt!
Sherry!
Newt! Hicks, help me find her. Oh wait, I missed whatever was there. I just like pushed X. I don't think there's some items right there.
It was blue herb.
Ding 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 ding. Oh yeah, this because of the we got the poisonous spiders. You know, the funny thing is, I know where like 2 green herbs are back in the police station, and probably 1 hell spray. I think, but I didn't have the space for it.
There's stuff in the lockers too, right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the stuff off first. Let's see.
You get all your items and everything in order, then hit that save, and we'll call it.
Yeah. Leave that there. Combine the blue to make the super power stuff. Okay, so nothing there. So there's the 1 super spray. Yeah,
Get a
Berkeley
bag
New
of hard
Influence
candies
was strong
free.
here. I even felt that as a kid. Hell yeah, man. I mean, yeah, exactly, because she goes through so much shit, man. You would think that there's more stuff in that bag than just in a case of bullets.
Case of Malamars.
Especially when Shelly falls down and... Yeah, right. Sherry. I keep saying Shelly. I don't know why. I'm lazy brain right now. I'm tired. Hungry. Claire. I'll fix that too.
Well, alrighty then.
All right, guys. So that is the stream for tonight. We will be back next Thursday for continuing on this process. Again, tomorrow, me and Ryan will be doing the toy showcase. We're going to be talking about what was it? Battle Beasts, Visionaries, and Supernatural. So if you remember those cool hologram toys, definitely come check it out. Saturday, I'm going to be streaming for a couple hours with my buddy Adrian, my son, and anybody who has a Switch too. We're going to be playing some Mario Kart World, so that'll be fun. And then probably do something Sunday. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the super chat and the memberships, and I appreciate it. Kyle, it's good talking to you again, man. It's been a while. And hell, freaking Renee, dude, thanks for jumping in, talking movies. It's all about, man. This is one thing. If you guys know me, I love film. I love movies, toys, video games, being a dad, pizza. Yeah, pizza over here. I'm all about pop culture and stuff. So that's what this channel is all about. So, but y'all have a wonderful weekend, or a great Friday technically, and a great wonderful weekend if I don't see you. And yeah, catch you later.
Later.
Nice meeting you, Vince. You too, Ryan.